if Victor Osimhen goes to Chelsea, that's going to be the biggest deal of the transfer window so far, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously one of the best strikers in the world. He loved being there, he loved everything being about himself. And also even at AFCON, I think he was desperate for... He's a story writer. Whenever I look at certain footballers, you kind of go, what is it about this player that makes him special? And he's someone that I think goes, give me the ball, let me be the guy who scores a last-minute winner, let me be the guy who does something that's on the papers tomorrow. And I think Chelsea probably don't need more players like that, but he might be the cherry on top of what is right now an enormous cake. Yeah, probably doesn't need too many more cherries, to be honest.
They say Victor Osimhen and his future very much uncertain. Now he's rejected Al Hilal's latest contract offer worth around £25 million. That's according to, of course, as we say, our colleagues, Sky in Italy. Chelsea were in talks to sign Osimhen in the summer, but a deal could not be agreed with Napoli. Chelsea had him on their list of striker targets heading into this summer.
Chelsea have been back in talks about signing Victor Osimhen over the past few days. It is a difficult deal to do, but terms of a potential transfer may be becoming more favourable for Chelsea. Any player Chelsea sign has to fit into their wage structure.
But as part of those discussions, we understand that Chelsea are obviously big admirers of Victor Osimhen, and he's expected to be subject of those discussions as well. And perhaps Osimhen come the opposite. We'll have to wait and see.
Do you think this could gather momentum? I mean, this would be huge, wouldn't it? If
Absolutely. And also, it's never a boring day with Chelsea, of course, is it, in terms of their business? And it's no secret they're looking for a number 9. Victor Osimhen, we've seen them linked with them in previous windows as well. With these talks happening this week in England, also worth noting that Giovanni Mann is also separately looking to make a deal for Billy Gilmour, Brian, a former Chelsea product as well. Looks like Napoli intend to make some business happen, and that suits Chelsea, of course.
I mean, there's a long way to go here, Nubaid, but...
Marc Cucurella will form a new era at Real Madrid. This is a new era under Jose Mourinho, and already so far this summer we've seen them really active in the transfer market. Ibrahima Konate signed for Real Madrid on a free transfer from Liverpool, Denzel Dumfries, Bernardo Silva and Cucurella. So very much the start of a new project under Mourinho as they try and challenge Barcelona, who have been dominant in La Liga over the last few years. I guess really for Chelsea fans, they'll be sad to see Cucurella go, someone that was a big part of that side, but never really was a part of an era of dominance at the football club. Obviously, Club World Cup victory and, of course, Europa Conference League, but never won FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League whilst he was there. In fact, actually, his biggest success at Chelsea was winning the Euros with Spain in 2024. But yeah, significant business, a lot of money spent already by Real Madrid as they try and rebuild, and a key member is going to be Marc Cucurella. So already, day one, big transfers happening.
Yeah, let's get into what else is going on then, because Elliot Anderson making headlines already. What is going on with his future?
I get the feeling, Joe, me and you will be talking about Elliot Anderson for a number of days and possibly even weeks, because there's no question this is going to be one of the big talking points this summer. What we understand is that both Nottingham Forest and Manchester City remain in talks over a potential deal for Elliot Anderson, who's obviously currently with Thomas Tuchel and England at the World Cup. Now, Manchester City have not been commenting on the reports suggesting that a verbal proposal was made by City to Forest. We understand that to be £120 million, which is made up from £106 million of guaranteed payments, around £14 million in additional add-ons. That, at the moment, wouldn't be a British record. However, we understand for this deal to happen, it would have to be significantly higher than that current proposal. Of course, Alexander Isak going from Newcastle to Liverpool is a British record, which is £125 million. Going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Thomas Tuchel has said quite publicly, I want my players focusing on the World Cup, not on individual club transfers. But what we do know is that the dialogue remains open between Forest and Manchester City, and they'll continue to talk about one of the most prized midfielders in world football right now. His trajectory from Newcastle to Forest is quite staggering. He's gone from being a £35 million player to a player potentially worth around £135 million, which shows just how significant this transfer could be. And one other line on Manchester City as well, Josko Gvardiol. We understand that Manchester City is close to an agreement with his camp over a new contract extension. When he joined Manchester City from Leipzig, He signed a 4-year contract. It was around £77 million. That ended in the summer of 2028. This new deal that's on the table and up for discussion should end in 2031. We know that Real Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern Munich have also been keeping tabs on Gvardiol. So the fact that Manchester City could tie him down to a new deal would be really significant for them.
What's going on with Marcus Rashford? Because his Barcelona option expires today. What does that mean for Rashford?
So when he left Manchester United, went to Barcelona on loan last season, there was a clause inserted in the deal that was an option for that to be triggered by Barcelona for them to buy Marcus Rashford for €30 million, around £26 million. However, that option expires today. Now, there are several things that could happen. One, Marcus Rashford goes back to Manchester United and forms a part of Michael Carrick's setup, which is unlikely. A new loan deal could also be discussed between Barcelona and United. Or Barcelona could say, well, look, we'd like to take Marcus Rashford, but we're not going to pay the option that was inserted into the contract, which was €30 million. We actually want to pay a little bit less. Let's renegotiate. On Manchester United's perspective will be, well, hang on, this is a really good player. He scored and assisted 15 times in La Liga for you last season. You went on to win La Liga title. Actually, if we put Marcus Rashford out for sale, we might be able to get more than the money you're proposing to pay. We know that Marcus Rashford has said, actually, I'd like to stay at Barcelona. I've really enjoyed my first season there, and I'd like that journey to continue. So that's why it's significant today, because that option, a clean option, no negotiation needed, this is the price you pay, full stop. That ends today. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But it feels unlikely at this stage that Barcelona will activate that. They'll want to go back to the negotiating table and say, actually, this is what we'd like to pay. So, yeah, one to keep an eye on. Today, significant though.
Yeah. What's going on with Spurs and Brighton? Because potentially we could see them trading centre half.
Yeah. Again, this is another fascinating transfer saga between the two football clubs. There's a lot of connections between Spurs and, of course, Brighton. So the first one, Jean-Paul Van Hecke, who cost Brighton just £1.8 million. And
known for his explosive acceleration, intelligent movement and relentless attacking mentality, Osimhen has established himself as one of Europe's most feared strikers. Defenders struggle to match his physicality, while his ability to score with both feet and his head makes him a constant threat in every attacking situation. These qualities have helped him become one of the most sought-after players in football and explain why his potential arrival at Chelsea has created such enormous excitement. One of the most fascinating aspects of this transfer story is the impact Osimhen could have on Chelsea's existing squad. Modern football often comes down to efficiency inside both penalty areas. Chelsea have shown they can create opportunities against top opposition, but there have been numerous occasions where supporters felt a clinical finisher could have changed the outcome of matches. Osimhen's proven goal-scoring record suggests he could provide exactly that solution and help convert promising performances into consistent victories. At the same time, reports linking Marc Cucurella with a potential departure have added another layer to the story. Transfer windows often require clubs to make difficult decisions in order to improve the overall balance of the squad. While Cucurella has delivered important performances during his time at Chelsea, speculation regarding his future continues to generate discussion among supporters. Many fans understand that departures can sometimes be necessary to create financial flexibility and open opportunities for further reinforcements. Chelsea's transfer strategy appears focused on building a squad capable of competing at the highest level for many years to come. The club has invested heavily in young players with enormous potential, and supporters are eager to see that investment translated into trophies. The addition of an established goal scorer like Osimhen would represent a significant statement of intent and demonstrate Chelsea's determination to return to the summit of English football. The Premier League remains one of the most competitive competitions in the world, and clubs must continually strengthen to keep pace with rivals. Every season brings new challenges, and the margins between success and disappointment are often incredibly small. Elite strikers frequently make the difference during those critical moments, which is why Chelsea's reported pursuit of Osimhen has attracted so much attention. Players capable of scoring consistently against top opposition are among the most valuable assets in football. Supporters have already started imagining how Osimhen could fit into Chelsea's attacking system. His movement behind defensive lines, ability to occupy centre-backs and willingness to press aggressively could create additional space for creative teammates. Many believe his arrival would not only improve Chelsea's goal-scoring output but also enhance the performances of players around him. Great strikers often elevate entire attacking units, and fans are hopeful Osimhen could have exactly that effect. Another reason this transfer saga has captured attention is because of the psychological impact it could have. Major signings often boost confidence throughout a football club. Supporters become more optimistic, players feel increased belief, and rivals take notice. Bringing in one of the world's elite forwards would immediately raise expectations and send a clear message about Chelsea's ambitions moving forward. As discussions continue across football media, anticipation surrounding the potential double deal continues to grow. Every update generates new reactions from fans eager to understand what the future holds. While transfer speculation can often be unpredictable, there is no doubt that the possibility of Osimhen arriving and significant squad changes taking place has created enormous excitement.